Michael Morgan, who has taken over from retired great Johnathan Thurston as captain, and new signing Jordan Kahu were both excellent for North Queensland, who will travel to Brisbane next Friday night for a showdown with the Broncos. The Dragons led early but looked very much like a team that needs to adjust to some new faces and positional changes, with Tyson Frizell now at lock for DeBellin and Corey Norman joining Ben Hunt in the halves. Loading it wasn't always fluent, but they were mostly overpowered by the Cowboys in the forwards, a happening that's likely to be repeated more than once this season if North Queensland can keep their big men healthy. The Dragons looked sharp and crisp at the start of the contest and were rewarded with a try when Ewan Aitken crossed after 11 minutes. But some errors gave North Queensland some valuable territory and they would quickly find their way back into the game. What the Cowboys lack in flair they make up in sheer power through the middle. Taumalolo was already melting the stats sheet with his runs and they ground their way forward, getting some joy on the scoreboard when Jabid Bowen hit back 8 minutes before half-time. The Dragons were desperate to take their 6-4 lead to the break, only to concede with just a minute left on the clock. It was former Dragon Nene McDonald who did the damage, beating 3 defenders to score in the corner and put the Cowboys in front 8-6 at half-time. Paul McGregor wanted a fast start and Blake Lawrie almost obliged, being held up in the opening minutes after taking a shoulder charge from new Cowboys recruit Josh Maguire. But the cohesion just wasn't there for St George Illawarra. Hunt and Norman were struggling to lock down their short-kicking game and, to make matters worse, Frizell took a troubling knock to the groin area after a heavy contact with Kahu. John Asiata had already made an impact off the bench and was instrumental in the Cowboys' next try with his power run. Then clever offload, setting it up for Morgan as he made it 12-6 with just over 20 minutes to play. After a head knock to Kahu, the new Cowboys fullback leave the field, with Tamir Martin moving to fullback in the wet conditions. Kahu was able to return late in the second half as the rain tumbled down, with Martin moving back to the halves at the perfect time. Taumalolo smashed through the Dragons' defense, grabbing the Jordan McLean offload and rampaging his way towards the line. Martin loomed up in support and the lead was 18-6 in favour of the home side, before Justin O'Neill put it beyond doubt after a perfect grubber from Morgan. St George Illawarra grabbed one late through Jordan Pereira, who was impressive, but the night belonged to the Cowboys and Taumalolo, whose $1 million a season deal now looks like the bargain of the decade. North Queensland 24, J Bowen N McDonald T Martin M Morgan J O'Neill tries J Kahu 2 goals. BT St George Illawarra 12, E8 can J Pereira tries G Widdop 2 goals, at 1300 SMILES Stadium. Referees, Ben Cummins, Ziggy Proklasser Adamski.